Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. All right, folks, today we're diving into some exciting, some potentially game-changing news that's been circling around the NFL and specifically about the Pittsburgh Steelers. And trust me, what's happening right now could significantly alter the landscape of the AFC North and, more importantly, set the Steelers up for another deep playoff run. We're talking about a player who's been the subject of a lot of speculation and rumors lately, an elite wide receiver who could very well be joining Pittsburgh soon. And no, I'm not talking about just any receiver. We're talking about Amari Cooper, a veteran with a proven track record who might just be on his way to the Steel City. Now, before we get into all the details, let's set some context here. The Steelers, for a while now, have been trying to rebuild and strengthen their wide receiver core. Last season, they faced quite a few challenges at that position. They traded away George Pickens to Dallas in a move that surprised many but also made sense from a cap and roster management perspective. Pickens, despite flashes of brilliance, still has some inconsistencies, and Pittsburgh decided to go in a different direction. But that left the team a bit thin at wide receiver, especially after losing a potential top target. Calvin Austin, Robert Woods, and Roman Wilson are talented players, but they're still unproven at this level, and the team clearly needs more firepower to compete with the division's best. And that's where Amari Cooper comes into the picture. Now, let's be honest, Cooper had a bit of a down year last season, splitting his time between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. But don't let that fool you. His struggles weren't due to lack of skill or talent. No, it was a perfect storm of circumstances. In Cleveland, he was caught in a nightmare quarterback situation with Deshaun Watson coming back from suspension, trying to find his rhythm, and Cooper was often left in situations where he couldn't shine. Add to that, he was playing with a wrist injury in Buffalo, which obviously hampered his production. Before last year, Cooper was a model of consistency. He's been a 1-0-yard receiver in 7 of the last 9 seasons, and he's earned 5 Pro Bowl selections during that span. This guy is a route-running maestro, a guy who can open up the field, draw attention, and create space for teammates. So why is Cooper such a hot topic now? Well, teams in need of a seasoned, reliable receiver are lining up, and the Steelers are at the top of that list. Sports Illustrated's Gilberto Manzano recently predicted that Cooper will land in Pittsburgh, especially now that the Steelers are on the verge of signing a future Hall of Fame quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Yes, that's the buzz. If Rodgers does indeed come to Pittsburgh, it could be the perfect storm for Cooper to flourish. Imagine pairing an experienced, savvy wideout with a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. That combination has the potential to elevate the entire offense, making the Steelers' passing game much more dangerous and unpredictable. Now, let's talk about the fit. Cooper, who turns 31 in June, had a relatively brief stint with the Bills after being traded from Cleveland in the middle of last season. But don't let the numbers fool you. He's still a solid route runner, someone who can create separation, and crucially, someone who can help move the chains on third down. That's exactly what Pittsburgh needs right now. Their current wide receiver room, as I mentioned, is a bit shallow and unproven. Adding Cooper would give them an immediate boost, a reliable target for Mason Rudolph or whoever the next quarterback might be, especially considering the uncertainty surrounding the position after Kenny Pickett. And let's not forget, Cooper's experience and professionalism would be invaluable in a locker room that's eager to take that next step. The Steelers have a rich history of smart, tough wide receivers, Hines Ward, Antonio Brown, and more recently Juju Smith-Schuster, who brought a certain grit and reliability to the position. Cooper, with his route-running precision and ability to make contested catches, would fit right into that mold. Plus, his ability to help take some pressure off DK Metcalf, who's already proven to be a game-changer, would be a game-changer for the offense overall. Now, the team's cap space isn't a concern. Pittsburgh has some flexibility to sign Cooper without breaking the bank. The big question is timing. We're pretty deep into free agency now, and with the draft approaching, the window for such signings is narrowing, but that's a good thing. The Steelers are known for making strategic moves, and Omar Khan, their GM, has a reputation for being shrewd in negotiations. If Cooper is truly interested and the price is right, expect Pittsburgh to strike quickly. This move could be the missing piece that elevates their offense from decent to dangerous, especially considering the need for a reliable, experienced WR2 or even WR1. And let's zoom out for a moment and look at the bigger picture. The AFC North is fiercely competitive. The Bengals still have Joe Burrow and a solid receiving core. The Ravens just added some key pieces on offense. And Cleveland, despite their struggles last year, has talent on both sides of the ball. Pittsburgh in recent seasons has been fighting hard to stay afloat, largely because of inconsistency at quarterback and at the receiver position. Bringing in Cooper could be the spark they need, a veteran presence who can help stabilize the passing game and give Kenny Pickett, or whoever is under center a dependable target. Now, looking ahead, a lot of fans are already speculating about what this could mean for the Steelers' overall strategy. Could this signal a shift towards a more balanced offense? Possibly. With a proven receiver like Cooper, the Steelers could lean on the passing game more, easing some of the pressure on their running backs and opening up opportunities for their young tight ends and other receivers. It also sends a message to the rest of the division. Pittsburgh means business and they're willing to make bold moves to contend. But let's not forget the NFL's unpredictable nature. While all signs point toward a potential signing, things can change quickly in free agency. Teams often have their plans, but the market can shift in a heartbeat. Still, if Pittsburgh does manage to bring Cooper into the fold, it will be a massive boost. It would be a clear statement. Pittsburgh is serious about contending now, not just in the future. And honestly, with the way their defense has been playing, especially up front and in the secondary, they need to complement that with an improved defense, and Cooper could be the catalyst. Now, for the fans listening, I know many of you are eager to see how this unfolds. Will Cooper end up in Pittsburgh? Will the Steelers finally pull the trigger and make that big splash? All signs point to yes, but it's still a waiting game. We'll be watching closely, bringing you all the updates as they happen. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and this one could be among the most exciting for Steelers fans in a long time. Imagine that, a veteran receiver, a future Hall of Famer quarterback, and a team that's hungry for success. That's a recipe for a thrilling season ahead. And speaking of the season, let's also remember that the Steelers are entering a pivotal year. Kenny Pickett, their young quarterback, showed promise last year, but consistency is key. Adding a veteran like Cooper not only boosts the roster physically but also mentally. It's about leadership, experience, and winning mentality. Cooper has been through the grind, made clutch catches, and played in high-pressure situations. All of that experience could be invaluable for a team looking to take that next step into postseason greatness. So as we await further news, one thing is for sure, the Steelers are not standing still. They're actively exploring ways to improve, and this potential move for Amari Cooper could be exactly what they need to solidify their offense and make a real push in the AFC. The division is tough, but with the right pieces, Pittsburgh has the talent and the drive to shake things up. This offseason could be the start of a new chapter, one where the Steelers re-establish themselves as a true powerhouse. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the possibility of Cooper joining the team? Do you believe this could be the move that pushes them over the edge? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, the NFL offseason is a long wait, but it's also a time for hope, excitement, and big dreams. And Pittsburgh fans, I promise you, there's plenty of that coming very soon. I'll be back with more updates, analysis, and all the latest news, so stay tuned because the best is yet to come. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Steelers.